one video tonight, putting all the couples in one video, because this is probably my last video for this season. I'm not going to watch Lauren. I'm not going to watch this black woman beg this man for forgiveness, for grace, for love, for affection, for anything all season. That's what I'm absolutely not going to do. I stand by what I said. She was wrong. She has apologized for that. You told her that you were okay with it. You should have moved on. What I am not going to do is watch Orion berate her, belittle her, chastise Lauren episode after episode after episode. If they are not divorced or agree to a divorce, next episode, I'm not recapping the rest of the season. What's good, y'all? I'm Tammy. Welcome back to the channel. This is TammyTalks. I break down TV shows one recap at a time, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. If you guys enjoy that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. We're super close to 20,000 subscribers. So if you have enjoyed my videos, whether you're here from past seasons of Married at First Sight or whether you are new from some of the other shows that I do recap, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Thumbs up the video. Lets YouTube know that, hey, I enjoyed this and someone else might as well. And then leave your comments down below. There's a lot to talk about from tonight. So I'm going to go through the other couples, and then I know y'all want to talk Lauren and Orion. Hour and a half episode, and Lauren and Orion took up probably an hour and 15 minutes of it. So I'm going to do them last. Let's start with Austin and Becca. Let me get a quick picture of them up. Oh, no, I don't like that picture. Let me go back to where I was. Okay, let's talk Austin and Becca, right? So she's telling him that her hair is not naturally pink. As a couple, they irritate me. As two people, they irritate me. But she wants to talk religion. He immediately coughs and then said he's never heard of religion. One thing about Austin that irritates me is he plays too much, right? I feel like it's great to have a good sense of humor. I'm a jokester. I'm goofy, right? Like, I love to laugh. That's what I do. I tell jokes all the time. Like, that is my personality. But I also know how to be an adult, the 39-year-old that I am, and to be serious. And I feel like Austin does not know how to do that. Becca wasn't playing about the religion conversation. Austin feels that it's something that they should definitely talk about, but not now. He said he does not want to scare her off because it is still early. So I'm thinking, I thought he was going to say that he was like an atheist or he was, I don't know, in Scientology or something like that. But so they agreed. Well, he said, let's talk about it later. And she just kind of goes along with it. She doesn't agree. She doesn't disagree. She just, whatever. So they're out on the beach talking later. And he said he knows that her past boyfriends were very avoidant. And he doesn't want her to feel that he is that way with her. So she said there are just certain issues that she likes to discuss right away. She likes to get the big things out. Religion is a huge topic. Religion is a huge, huge topic. I am Lutheran myself. I was baptized Lutheran. I was confirmed Lutheran. I was a member of a Lutheran church. I now watch. I now website Baptist, but I now watch a non-denomination church. But I recognize myself as Lutheran still, right? I dated an atheist. The moment I found out that he was atheist, we were done. Religion is important. Religion is important. The moment I found out he was an atheist, we were done. And I was not playing. Truth be told, we're not even friends. We're not even friends. But I just kind of feel like if religion is important to you and your spirituality is important to you and the God that you serve is important to you, then Like, it's just religion is a huge topic that you have to discuss. She said she was raised Jewish and is now agnostic. For those of you that don't know what agnostic means, it is when you don't believe that there is a God or that there isn't. Like, you don't entirely believe that, God created the heavens and the earth and everything that's under it. Like, you're kind of like, oh, I mean, I guess it could. Like, that's what agnostic means. Austin said that he's just a regular, schmegler old Christian. I said, what does that mean? So Austin said that he's just a Christian. He said that he knows that they might have some differences and issues. She said, oh, no, we will. That in itself right there, they're not going to work. That in itself right there is they are not going to work. And I wonder if Austin does not know what agnostic is. I think that might be the issue. I feel like Austin doesn't know what agnostic is, because if he did know, that should have been an eyebrow raise for you. You a who? Oh. Okay. Should have been an eyebrow raise for you. She thinks that they will be able to work through whatever issues arise. I guess. Later at dinner with the entire group, they tell everyone that they are putting off the big conversations until after they have built a solid foundation. I think that's a terrible idea. I think that is a horrific idea. Y'all are only together for 8 weeks. Why would you put off the big important issues, which are like religion, finances, and babies? I think those are like the biggest 3 issues that we see on this show. Why would you put off the 3 biggest issues? Why would you put that off until later? Austin's not serious about her. I think the moment that Austin found out that she has an autoimmune condition, the moment Austin found out that she's constantly in pain and she has all these other things, I think Austin checked out. I don't think Austin's interested. Austin then admits the next day to being nervous about how to show up for her and to take care of her. He said, I know that you need to be well rested and well fed. Boom, got that. She said, how are you going to show up for me? He makes a joke again. See, you see her face? That's not a joke for her. That's serious. This is a woman that is chronically ill, that is chronically in pain. She needs somebody that has the emotional intelligence and maturity to be there for her. Austin is not displaying that. On top of the fact that he always looks musty. Why do you always look musty? Why do all your chins, shave all your chins? Like, tonight's episode irritated me so bad, y'all. Like, just ruined my dinner. Just ruined my dinner while I was watching this. He then goes on to say that, he's nervous about how to show up and take care of her, but he's going to do his best and blah, blah, blah. He didn't give an answer. But at the same time, Becca should not have been picked for this show. You don't spring a chronically ill person onto somebody married at first sight. As bad as that sounds for her, and it's not to say that Becca does not deserve love, and Becca does not deserve a husband, and Becca does not deserve all this other stuff, but Becca needs to be with somebody that is able to make that decision for themselves. And Married at First Sight, y'all took that away from Austin. Y'all took that away from him. Y'all didn't give him the opportunity to choose if that's how he wanted to, spend a marriage. It sounds bad, but it's the truth. We then have Emily and Brennan. Her hand is still messed up. Brennan doesn't care. She keeps bringing it up because she wants somebody to care because her husband doesn't. They're out at dinner. Emily feels that they are ready to move into the next phase of conversation, which for her is religion. So that means that production told everybody, talk about religion, okay? She was raised Catholic. He was raised Jewish. She does not want to raise her kids Catholic because she feels it's culty. And she's open to converting. And I said, when you when you make a statement like that, it's out. It's out there. It's out there. You said it on TV, national color television. You said it on TV. So now down the line, let's say that y'all stay married. Doesn't look like you will because he can't tell you if he's attracted to you or not. But let's say y'all stay married. 3 years from now, his family's going to be expecting you to convert. Why? Because you said you would. She doesn't want to raise her kids Catholic, but she's open to raising the kids Jewish. He hadn't thought about that. He doesn't even know if he wants to raise his kids Jewish. Why are y'all talking about religion? Y'all both truly don't care. They talk about kids. They each want 2 kids, a boy and a girl. She wants an older boy, then a daughter. It doesn't work that way. In my family, it does, because I feel like all my cousins, if it's 2 of us on my mom's side, the son is definitely always older than the daughter. But you don't get to pick. You don't, in most cases, you don't get to pick for somebody. Say, well, you can do, I know that you can do it that way. But in most cases, if you're naturally having a baby naturally, the old-fashioned way, you don't get to pick the order or the gender of your child. They didn't talk about football Sundays. Who are they going to root for? If they didn't say the Packers, so I didn't care. Go Pack Go. So the next morning, they're out playing basketball in flip-flops. I said, roll an ankle if you want to. She asked him if he knows how to have fun. She meant that. She said it was a joke, but she meant that. Because Brennan doesn't look like he knows how to have fun. Brennan doesn't look fun at all. He looks boring. He looks drab. Hell, he barely talks. He immediately gets offended. What type of fucking joke is that? A real one? Is it true tea? Do you know how to have fun? You're a stick in the mud. Emily, why are you out playing basketball if your hand is messed up? You should have told Claire. Because the first second Cameron said something was wrong, Claire said, we got to get to the hospital. That's support. Go tell Claire that your hand is messed up. I bet she had your ass down at the infirmary. Did I say right? Infirmary. Yes. She had your ass down at the infirmary, lickety split. Because Brennan doesn't care. Why? Because he doesn't like you. If I'm out with one of my friends and I tell my friends and we're traveling and I tell my friends, hey, you know what? My hand, I woke up and my hand, I fell last night and my hand is swollen and shit. We're going to go to the emergency room. It's never going to be an instance of like us just not talking about it. That is crazy. But he doesn't like her. She then tells him, I'm sorry, I was just making a joke. He said, oh, you'll know when I'm mad. I said, okay, Ike, that sounds like a threat. Don't ever tell me, oh, you'll know when I'm mad. That's a threat. That's a threat. The way he said it, I didn't like it at all. Didn't like it at all. Later on at dinner, Emily acknowledges maybe I'm too sarcastic and I need to be more mindful of that. Yeah, because Ike over there said till death do us part, goddammit. He's not playing. Cameron and Claire. So they wake up and Cameron's ear is messed up from when they were in the water. I guess he went down deep, he said, to get some sand. They must have been snorkeling or something. Claire said immediately, well, we got to get you to the hospital. I said, I know that's right. He said he was up all night because the pain feels like a fist pressing in. Sounds like an inner ear infection, probably just from the water that got in his ear. So they talk about living together. She acknowledges it's going to be hard, going to be a lot of change, but that's why she went through the process. He said, well, I'm not going to follow you through the house like a little dog. So we cool. You'll have your space. I'll have my space. We'll come together in some space and it'll be fine. I didn't see an issue with her saying that because I feel like Claire is trying. I know a lot of people don't like her. I feel like she's trying, though. She's trying more than some other people some other women that we have seen in the past. I think she's somewhat trying. Cameron has to go to the doctor in Cancun because the doctor on the resort doesn't know anything about it. What resort are y'all at? They didn't have no hairstylist that spoke English. The doctor there ain't worth shit. He got to go to Cancun. I don't know how far that is. I've never been to Mexico, but she can't go because she has a work meeting. Can't take off. I don't own my own bike shop. I got a work meeting. So Cameron comes to dinner later with this really, really gorgeous bouquet of flowers. And all I can think about is she can't take them home with her. So it makes me wonder, like, did MAFS buy it and then say, here, give this to Claire for the moment, but we really gonna give this to the front office to put in the lobby? Cameron said that they have to be more diligent about turning the friendship romantic when they get back. They do. I think they're on a decent path. Decent because they are I think they're on a decent path because they're setting the foundation. They're getting to know each other. Like, I feel like they're going at a speed that, like, the average couple goes on Married at First Sight. Claire wants to make sure that she listens more before speaking. She's very reactionary. So as soon as she hears things, she pops off like a rocket. She wants to work on, let me think for a minute. Her and Lauren see eye to eye because God knows Lauren does that too. That's all that happened about these three couples because the focus was Lauren and Orion. So let's talk about this shit. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Okay? I will put a timestamp because I know some people just want to talk about Lauren and Orion. I'll actually try to go through and put in chapters. I'll do that. So, as I said before, I'm going to preface it again before somebody comes in the comments. How you feel now, blah, blah. Lauren was still wrong for what she did. There are still people that I saw on Twitter that said that, no, she just said he was sunburned. That's not how it went, y'all. It's honestly not how it went, okay? Nonetheless, he has a right to be offended. He has a right to be offended. But within that right to be offended, if it is something that you know you can't move past and you're not over, don't tell her that you are. He spent this entire episode chastising her while making her be the villain and while he's victimizing himself. But Lauren is combative as fuck too. So we pick up where we left off last week, where Lauren is saying that she had sex 2 months ago. As I said last week, I don't see an issue with that. If he feels that sex is off the table, I feel like she should respect that as well. Okay? He don't want to have sex right now. It's off the table. Because of that, fine. We find out he's lying about it. But if that's what he said initially, I felt like Lauren should have just been like, okay. So he then asks if she's okay. Lauren feels that he's judging her and was. He was. He then says that he wants to take the right steps in the marriage and doesn't want to just check sex off as like a box. Doesn't want to just check off the box next to sex. She said that the things that you're saying aren't aligning with the conversation. And she feels that if you can't be honest and you can't realize that you're flip-flopping, I would rather eat in silence. I don't want to talk anymore. So they begin to eat in silence. He wants to talk. And I'm like, so that would have made me mad. Why? So he's like, I'm not okay with the silence. Why? And it was in the moment when he said, I'm not okay with the silence, and then really wanted to proceed to argue. Then I said, oh, you want to villainize her even more than she has already, like, I don't want to say made herself a villain, but you want to villainize her even more so than what people might already think, right? So she said that she doesn't feel safe right now and thinks that they just need a little bit more time. I typically have an issue with people pulling the whole I don't feel safe to get out of conversations, but in this particular moment, she feels judged. She doesn't feel safe to share her feelings and her thoughts and stuff like that. He should have accepted that. He starts to give a I'm sorry if I made you feel, and I was with her. Save it. There's nothing more insulting and condescending than for you to tell somebody how they made you feel and for them to say, oh, I'm sorry if you feel. No, it should really be, I'm sorry. Point blank, period. That's it. I'm sorry, period. Not a colon, not a semicolon, not a comma, not the points of ellipsis, the little three dots, not a dash, not an underscore. I'm sorry, period. Exclamation if you want to really put a little pizzazz with it. He said, well, then there's nothing else to say. Because she told him, you are too mature for that. Don't give me that half-assed apology. And I felt her on that. Later on in bed, now this is where Lauren got on my nerves. This man says sex is off the table. Why are you pressing the issue? Because if we're being fair to knock out a double standard, if the roles were reversed, okay? And Lauren said that sex was off the table and Orion kept badgering her, why, we will be having a fit. We will be having a fit. So Orion asks for a temporary solution. He then apologizes for not supporting her the way she needed in that moment. He asks if she feels that sex is off the table because she had sex 2 months ago. She said, well, yeah, because that's what you said, which is what you said. He then goes around in a circle and it's like, that's not what I said. Yes, it is. It is what you said. What are you lying for? What are you lying for? If you don't want to fuck her because she fucked somebody else 2 months ago, okay, tell her that. Tell her I'm concerned about STDs. I'm concerned about HPV. I'm concerned about this, that, and the third. Tell her that. Be real with her. He then finally admits that sex is off the table because she had sex 2 months ago. He said because you were engaged, and she said no. I was not engaged in December when I had sex. He said, but you signed up for the process. So then it becomes the issue of, so are you questioning my intent? I'm not questioning your intent, but you're saying my intention is not as pure as yours. I said, what are we doing? He don't want to fuck you, Lauren. Let it go. Let it go. If somebody tells me sex is off the table, we are not talking about sex. Done. Big done energy. The fact that Lauren went on and on and on about this got on my last nerve. Again, because if the roles were reversed, we will be dragging we will be dragging Orion by that little raggedy ass ponytail he has. He said that he's not judging her. It just made him uncomfortable. Orion's clearly lying, which is why it made me even more mad that, like, girl, you know this man is lying to your face. Why keep pressing it? Why keep pressing it? The next morning, Lauren says she woke up, Orion wasn't there. Well, girl, you didn't sleep in bed the other night either, so I guess y'all are fair. She said that they talked a little bit more last night. Orion got emotional and then said he doesn't care that she had sex 2 months ago. And I said, look, what I'm never going to do. What did Cayman Show tell us? What did Cayman Show tell us? Come on, y'all know it. You can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? He acts like a boy. He has more growing to do. The way that she's been coddling him is ridiculous. So this is where things got like, whoa, for me. They talk. And Orion needs time to sit in his emotions. And nigga, what? What? He needs time to sit in his emotions. Lauren then said that she is offering him grace and she won't hold that moment over him Okay, because it's not fair. And I told y'all that Lauren has been waiting for a moment where she has the upper hand and she can mention grace, because Lauren has said that, he's not giving her grace. So now the fact that she keeps saying, I'm giving you grace, I'm giving you grace, is kind of on some, if I can give you grace, you can give me grace type situation. That's how I feel about it. Orion said that, it's taking him a while to get over this. He just, his emotions are still there. Lauren said, I agree. She said her emotions have not dissipated as quickly as she would have wanted. Orion said, you know what? Yesterday was long and I just dropped the ball. She then said that she wants more consistency in his words because she has been consistent. And I agree with her on that. When she says something, she stand on that shit. Orion has been talking in circles because you're lying. You're a liar. You're a liar. Is that part of your onion? Is that part of the peel? Are we peeling back layers of you being a liar? Okay. She said that her frustrations were so high that when she was talking to him, she did not feel like she was talking to her husband, just the nigga she met she said just the man she met 6 days ago. And he was like, that's valid. I have not been acting like your husband. No, you've been acting like a whole fucking weirdo. That's how you've been acting, Orion, like a weirdo. They called Dr. Pia. Orion no longer feels that sex is off the table, but thinks they need more of a foundation first. So sex is still off the table, Orion. No wonder you live at home with your mama. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. I don't think Orion knows that words mean things. He feels like he failed her as a husband. You have. You have failed her as a husband. Absolutely. He said that he had to protect his mom and his sister from his stepfather. And I said, I'm sorry, what are we talking about? Because now, in this moment, he's making it seem as if Lauren is abusive. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? He said so he didn't want to go through that in his marriage. So you had to protect your mom and your sister, I'm assuming, from emotional abuse, maybe physical, we don't know. I don't want to put that on that man. How is that even remotely similar to what's going on in your marriage? And this is when he starts to dump on Lauren. And I'm like, nope, not on my black ass watch. Nope, not gonna do it. I promise y'all, if next episode, if he is still berating her and chastising her, I'm not reviewing this shit. Because I'm not going to watch this black woman sit and plead and beg for this man's affection when she has apologized. She apologized. She owned up to it. Lauren said that in the heat of the moment, her tone does elevate, but she certainly was not yelling. And she knew what he was saying in that moment. You could see it all over her face. She said that, she didn't yell, but she is animated. I felt that. I'm a very animated person. I don't yell much either. One, because my voice just does not really allow me to. I feel like I can't necessarily yell. Especially since getting my tonsils out, like I cannot yell, I can't holler, I can get plus when I get angry or excited, my voice just kind of gets squeakier, but it doesn't I don't yell, but I am very animated. So I felt her in that. They bring up intention again. She feels that he's questioning her intention. He's not. So after Dr. Pia gets off the phone, because she's like, I don't know what they were talking about either. He wants some space from her because he needs to get his feet back planted. He got to catch his breath. What are you talking about, Orion? No one's doing anything to you. No one. Later on at dinner, they tell everyone that they have been giving each other a lot of space. They make it awkward, right? Y'all are letting everybody know that we have issues. Lauren said that she wanted to find out what makes him tick and, be careful what you wish for because she did find that out on the reunion. She said she knows that her tone dictates a lot of the conversation sometimes. She apologizes for the joke and how it made him feel. Now, she apologized that day, right? And I said that, give him the time to feel how he feels. She apologized that day. I'm assuming she apologized another time, right? Off camera. So I'm going to call this the third time. So she apologizes for the joke and how it made him feel again. Now, in front of everybody. Orion is in his confessional saying he can't get over the joke. If you can't get over the joke, why are you still here? If you cannot get over the joke, if you cannot move past it, which you're well within your rights to stay offended, well within your right to, why are you still here? Why are you still married to her? If you can't get past it, you should have skipped your little happy ass down to Pastor Cal, down to production, and told them she made an offensive joke about me. I'm offended by it. It was a slur. It was derogatory, whatever you want to call it, and say that you will not move forward in this marriage. And all of this could have been shut down because now you're wasting everybody's time. Now you're wasting everybody's time. You know you don't want to be married to her anymore. You know that. But you want to sit and keep on enjoying where they at, Puerto Vallarta? I can't roll my tongue. I can't do the accent. Ain't that where they are? So the next morning, apparently they talked again. What? Stop talking to each other. God damn. So they talked again. And he's still hurt by the joke, okay? And he said he feels like a minority in the marriage. Damn it, you are. You will always be a minority in your marriage unless you marry another indigenous person. But you said you don't date other indigenous people. You don't date within your culture. You don't date within your race. You said that, Orion. So you're okay with being a minority in your marriage. The fuck are you talking about? This is what I mean when I say words mean things, and Orion just be saying shit. It's just irritating. Lauren is outside talking to Claire, sobbing, okay? Full blown sobbing. She's crying because she says she heard him say that she does not have his back. He's still upset about the comment, which he has a right to be upset about it. I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm just not. If he's upset by it, he's upset by it. But then you need to be honest and let her know, I can't get past this. I cannot move forward. I can't be married to somebody that will joke about that to me. Be real about it. They apparently got into a back and forth argument, and she asked for a divorce. He told her that you failed the marriage. She said she took her ring off. She said this is the most difficult and physically draining thing she's ever been through in her life, aside from losing her mother. It's not worth it, sis. It's not worth it. Meanwhile, Orion is back inside with the same shirt he had on 2 days ago. What is going on here? Was this editing? Or did you really put on that funky ass shirt again? Y'all are in Mexico. Y'all are hot. Y'all are sweating. Y'all are perspiring. That shirt was not clean. Absolutely. Like, why did you put it back on? Did you not pack enough clothes? Orion's talking to Pastor Cal. Pastor Cal always looks irritated when they call him and he's in the car. Because y'all are on the honeymoon. What could possibly be so wrong that you have to call me on the honeymoon? Orion brings up that Lauren said a derogatory word to her. Says she made he brings up that he said the derogatory word. Lauren made a crude joke. Said that she did apologize, but he started to feel more and more violated as the days went on. So this is no longer a Lauren problem. This is a you problem. Pastor Cal is me. She should know better. She should know better, right? Look at that. Skin tone. Lauren knows better. I know better. Lauren knows better, right? We are minorities. Like Pastor Cal said, we know what it's like to be, discriminated against. I worked in an affluent white part of town in high school where there were people that would come through as a cashier that would not go through my line because they saw my black ass standing there. Okay? So they found that I was a manager and you was going to put some respect on my name. Lauren knows what that feels like. And I feel like I don't know. Orion said it's hard to accept the apology because Lauren said he's lying about how things played out. So what I think needs to happen is y'all both need to watch the footage. Y'all both need to watch the footage, unedited. Maybe Lauren don't remember how it happened. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he thinks maybe he's misremembering how it happened too. I know what I saw, but when you're in a moment and you're in something like that, sometimes you add details, you take details out. Show them the footage. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Go and roll it so they can look at it. Orion tells her that, Orion tells Pastor Cal that she said she's not attracted to him, took the ring off, wants a divorce. Pastor Cal said that is a knee-jerk reaction to pain. Orion is sad and said that he hasn't had a chance to truly express how he feels. Fine. So Pastor Cal was like, bring Lauren in, because Pastor Cal, he was on his way to the grocery store, okay? His wife sent him out to get some eggs, some butter, and some spinach. And now he got to stop and have a whole conversation with y'all because y'all out here acting a fool on your honeymoon. So Lauren comes in. She is crying already. She's crying. So she said that Orion told her that they were good. But then she heard him say that she doesn't have his back. She said that it set her off and she started to spiral. Said that Orion told her that she not only failed him, but failed the marriage. I said, you being kind of mouthy, ain't you, Orion? Because haven't you been saying that you failed her and you failed the marriage? How did it flip and turn into she failed you and the marriage? Okay. Lauren says that she takes accountability for the joke and for taking off the ring, and she knows that she is not doing everything that she should be doing. She's not doing everything right. She's making mistakes, but damn it, she's trying. I believe her. I believe Lauren is trying. Tells Pastor Cal that she does not want the divorce. And I said, why don't you? Why don't you? Why do you want to be with this man that is going to berate and chastise you? Why? Why? So then Pastor Cal bring Orion back in. So Ponytail comes back in. And Lauren feels that he is not accepting her apology. He said he hasn't been able to say how he truly feels. Damn it, say it. Say it and be done with it so we don't have to hear about this anymore. So he says that she not only offended him, but violated his culture. She violated, and the fact that she violated his culture, she violated his family. And now he is worried about how his family, he said, in all the indigenous people around the world, okay? All of them. All the indigenous people around the world, every single damn one of them are watching this show, and they're all going to hate you, Orion, because Lauren did that. So, if we're going to do that, Orion, then Lauren has the right to say that because you said nigga when you were 13 years old, when you were rapping Jeezy, or when you were rapping Kanye West, or when you were rapping Jay-Z, Niggas in Paris, or whatever you were saying, if you're going to go by that, then Lauren can say, every black person that is in her family, that is around the world, around the whole world, Craig, the whole world, then she can feel that you have disrespected her and you have disrespected the African American race, and that she now has to go back and answer to that. You see how fucking stupid that sounds? You see how stupid that sounds? If you're worried about what your family is gonna say, fine, valid. But for you to say indigenous people around the world, what? She said, oh, he also then said that she doesn't get it because she has never let him finish a sentence. And like clockwork, she starts talking over him. And Pastor Cal was like, no, let him finish. Lauren then said that she has been, I believe she said Navajo. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But she has been researching everything she could from terms of endearment to just learning everything Navajo that she can. Pastor Cal said, how does that make you feel, Orion? He said, I appreciate it. I respect it. He said, so then Pastor Cal was like, is that not enough for you? And he said, unfortunately. I said, God damn. He said he can't get past this. He said that his first racial joke was as a child. Somebody called him an apple. Now, I have never heard this. I have never in my life heard that. I don't want to say it sound made up, but it sounds like you took the Oreo phrase that, people call black people, but whatever. He said that red on the outside, white on the inside. And I said, if you say that that's real, I'm gonna let you have it because we do call black people that act like that Oreo, so I'm gonna let you have it. And he said that was his first time, and that hurt. Okay, the pain of it all. Then he said, and the second time came from you. I said, look at this nigga here. Like, and this is what I'm saying, Lauren. This is why you need to step away. So I be damned if Lauren runs out crying. Get your ass back in here, Lauren. Tell him what it is and what it ain't. Ask for the divorce and go on back about your happy ass way back to Denver. Do not sit and let this man make you feel less than over and over and over. He don't like you. He doesn't like you. He probably hasn't liked you from the moment he saw your little brown ass coming down the aisle. Let's be real. When Orion said that he does not date out within his culture, he meant he dates white women. That's what he meant. He wanted a white woman. But see, this is Pastor Cal and them fault, because Lauren asked y'all to give her a black man and you didn't. We have been asking for like an interracial couple on here, and we don't want it no more because it's clearly not going to work. It's clearly not going to work. But I'm telling y'all, I promise y'all, if they stay married, next episode, and he is still going on and on about this, don't look for a review because it won't be one. I am not going to continue recapping or watching a show where this man is going to berate this black woman over and over and over, and because he wants her to grovel at his fucking feet when you live at home with your mama with your simple broke ass. Absolutely not. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Lauren, get the divorce. Do y'all know how I hollered when she said she did not want the divorce? Girl, why? Why? Why you don't want the divorce? That was the episode, y'all. Next week, we see that Brennan don't want to move in. It's so much going on. Like, this season is a wash. Let's call it what it is. I was trying to get there with it. None of these people are likable. None of these people like each other. And then this whole scenario here shouldn't have happened. Start giving people what they ask for. She asked for a black man. Y'all gave her this indigenous man that might be gay but might not because he accidentally let a man kiss him. And it's like, I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. If you guys have made it this far in the video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up the video. Leave your comments down below. How do y'all feel about this? Y'all gonna be mad if I stop recapping it? Because I really don't want to watch anymore. I promise y'all, I truly don't even want to watch this anymore. I don't. I don't. Let's talk about it down below, y'all. Catch y'all. I'll catch y'all for something. May not be this. It'll be for something though.